Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Come on in and join me today. Let me make sure that it's going through. Oh, I am here. Okay. Isn't that right? All right. Hello, everyone. I am so happy, so happy to be here. And I am so glad that you can join me today. Thank you for coming. I have been so excited about this particular day, this month of April. So for those who don't know me yet, I am Reynelda Jones. I'm a licensed therapist and a women's mental health practitioner, and I specialize in supporting high achieving women, women leaders who are navigating burnout, perfectionism, and the pressure to stay, to continue to perform. So thank you for joining me today. And if you're joining live with me, let me see what's going on here. If you're joining live with me, yeah, that should be here. If you are joining live with me, say hello in the comments and tell me where you're tuning in from, because I'm excited for you to join me. I really love seeing where everyone's watching from. So today I had to start on my start this live on my business page because I've been having some difficulty. But if you're joining me today, welcome. Make sure that you tell me where you're watching from. Today is a very exciting day for me because I'm officially sharing something that I've been working on behind the scenes for a very long time now. And so if you are a woman or a person who supports women, who's constantly busy, always showing up for everyone else, and sometimes feels like rest is something you have to earn, today's conversation is definitely for you. And just so you know, right from the start, if at any point during this live, you think, yes, I need this new product that you're launching today, you can go directly to my website. I added the link in the comments, but if you cannot see that, the website is asolutionb.com, and you can get access to the audio series right now. Again, that's asolutionb.com. Oh, welcome. Oh, all the way from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're in the same city. Okay. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. So first, I kind of want to start with some of the problems that I've been seeing and the reason behind this particular product. If you are not aware, this is a virtual launch party because I have people that, I support in various ways all around the world who all can get access to this. I was like, why not do it virtually so everyone can be there? But one thing that I have been seeing again with the women I support is this quiet pattern. These are brilliant women. Hi, Dad. I see that you support women, so I'm glad you're here. These are brilliant women. Women who lead teams. They're usually running organizations. They are managing families, and they are carrying responsibility. And they're exhausted. And I'm not just talking about physically exhausted. I'm talking about they're mentally drained and emotionally drained. And when they try to rest, something interesting happens. They just feel guilty about it. They think things like, I should be doing something more productive instead of trying to rest, or I'll rest after this project is done. I've even heard growing up, some people say they'll rest when they die, things like that, right? Or they just need to push through a little longer until it gets completed. That belief is very harmful, because what it's telling us is that rest has to be something that you earn, and rest being something that you have to earn is actually one of the biggest drivers for burnout for women. And this is where most women get stuck. This is where they get stuck. And that's exactly why I created something very different. Very different. Before I introduce the item and explore more with it, and remember, if you have questions, even from the start, you can type your questions down. I probably already have the answers, and I will be answering more about this particular product because I'm so excited to share it with you. But if you have questions, write them down. I'll try to answer the best I can when I get to the Q&A section, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, here's what I want you to understand, that for many high-achieving women, rest just does not feel natural. And that's not because it's something that you either did wrong or that, you just didn't understand it or you didn't do it long enough. It's because you've been conditioned, as most women have in this world, in most societies, been conditioned to believe that your value is tied to how much you produce and how much you accomplish, how much you achieve, and how much you carry for others, and possibly for yourself. So when you slow down, your mind doesn't relax. It actually questions you. It tells you that you should be doing more. It tells you that you're falling behind. Your mind is telling you this isn't productive. And this is why rest feels uncomfortable instead of feeling restorative. If you can relate to that, let me know in the comments by typing the word yes. Type in the word yes or heart, right? Hit the heart button if you can. If you can relate to that you're getting these messages and under the belief that you should be doing more instead of resting, all those things. Looks like I'm having some connection issues, but I'm still here. I'm still here. All right. Connection issues still happening? I'm still here. Okay, great. I know I might be going kind of fast. I've been having connection issues today, so I'm trying to make sure that I get the word out for most of you in here who need this and need to know more about this product. Okay? So, this is why, so the rest feels uncomfortable instead of restorative to most women. And this is also why a lot of traditional self-care advice does not work. Because most self-care assumes you already feel safe slowing down. It tells you, oh, go ahead, take a break. Go ahead, go grab that coffee. Go ahead, light that candle, get your toes done, go relax. But it doesn't address the internal pressure that high achieving women are carrying. So what happens, you try to rest, but your mind is still running. You feel guilty, you feel unproductive, and then you go right back to working. So it's not that self-care doesn't work, it's that it hasn't been designed the way your mind has been trained to operate. All right. So it's not that self-care doesn't work. It's that your body doesn't even know, or your brain doesn't even know that it is safe enough to do that, because it's been conditioned so long. The message for women is to always carry, always do, put yourself last. All right. So this is really hard. I work on this a lot in my therapy space. And so these are some of the things that's been coming up. I said, I have to make sure I work on this for people. So again, when people talk about self-care, professionals say to do more self-care, it's not designed for the way that your mind has been trained to operate. And that's exactly why I created my audio series called the Rest Without Guilt audio series. Rest Without Guilt audio series. Now, I put it in my headphones because if I'm just typing up stuff, I'm going to tell you more about this. If I'm just typing up stuff, you can listen. I can listen to it. If I go for a walk, I can listen to it. This is how easy this is going to be. Okay. I will tell you more about it. Okay. This is how excited I am. Okay. So that's exactly why I created the Rest Without Guilt audio series. This isn't just about telling you to rest. This is about helping you to actually feel safe doing it. Each audio is designed to gently shift the way that you think about rest, productivity, and pressure. And so that rest becomes something that you can actually experience and not just something that you have to sit there and try to do and fight against. Now, if you're thinking that's exactly what happens to me, I'm telling you, you can go right now to my website. Let me put the link in the comments. And the link is asolutionb.com and get the audio series right now because it's already available. I'm going to tell you the actual launch date is tomorrow. So you're actually getting early access to this. Early access. Let me put the link in the comments. That's how special you are. Link in the comments so you can actually go ahead. Grab the audio series at this link. If you want to get it now, that's great. It's available right now. Okay. All right. So I'm operating 2 accounts here, trying to make sure I get the information across to help you. All right, so that's exactly why I created the Rest Without Guilt audio series. This is a series of guided audios designed specifically for women who are always on the go. I know many women don't have time to sit through long programs, long workshops. So these are short, supportive audio sessions you can listen to during the life that you're already living. So while you're commuting, while you're typing, while you're walking, or even while you're taking a few minutes to just reset during the day. Are you one of those people that when you come home, you got to sit in the car just for a few extra minutes? Guess what? There's an audio just for you in that time span. Just for you in that time span. All right. So if you're like, okay, that's even better. I know this is something I think I could use to help support me. Again, you can go to the website, asolutionb.com. Now, this is what is inside the series. The series includes 10 guided audio sessions. Each one focuses on different parts of releasing burnout and reconnecting with rest. Topics include things like letting go of perfectionism, releasing the pressure to always perform, giving yourself permission to slow down, calming your nervous system, and giving yourself self-compassion. Each audio is designed to feel like a supportive moment for you, just for you, just for you. So if you want to start listening to this now, you can go, like I said, to the website, asolutionb.com, and you'll find the series there. I'm going to put that again in the comments. For new people, for people who are returning, for people that are saying, I think this might be a good fit for me. Oh, I know somebody who could use this. This friend is always so busy. And I've been telling her that, you know what, she just needs to sit down sometime. I am going to grab this for her and send it to her. That's how easy it can be. All right. So a lot of high achieving women feel like slowing down means falling behind. And honestly, the truth really is that exhaustion doesn't just affect how you feel, it impacts how your entire system functions. So when you're constantly in a state of output, and on high alert, your nervous system is working to keep you safe. It is not optimized to help you to stay creative. It is not optimized to help you have clarity. Your nervous system is not optimized to keep you making great decisions, especially if you're a woman leader or entrepreneur or teacher, whatever you are. Your system is not optimized to do that if it is in constant state of having to produce. And from a holistic perspective, your body needs periods of rest to restore itself. This is when processes like cellular repair happens, your hormones regulate better, and your overall system recovery just takes place. And with that recovery time, the body remains in a heightened state of stress. So if you don't have that recovery time, your body stays in a heightened state of stress, which over time can lead to burnout and diminish your performance. I heard this the other day that someone told me, like, getting rest and talking about feelings is a weakness. It's not. It's how your body returns to balance. This is how it operates. And it's a necessary part of sustainable living and sustainable leadership and sustainable entrepreneurship. All those different things that we're all trying to do. All right. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. If not, I will go on ahead with some more of my information. While you're doing that, I'm going to share, I have created, previous to this launch party, other tools where you didn't even have to think about what self-care technique to use because it's already there. It's already in there that tells you 25 options that you can use. This is the Worthy of Royalty Self-Care Planner, where you can pick up and drop off your self-care, going back to seeing that you're actually doing things for yourself. And Worthy of Royalty Self-Care cards. There's 52 affordable and also free, primarily free for most people, self-care techniques in here. I've already did the tools where you have to sit down and find time. This is different. Because you don't have to sit down and find time. You can use it while you're doing whatever it is you're doing. All right. See, my connection's getting kind of wacky again. All right. So here are some of the things that I have heard. Many people have told me that they've tried self-care before and it didn't stick. They tried self-care before and it didn't stick. And I get it. I've been there too. Often the reason self-care doesn't work is because the practices require a level of time, a level of energy, or mental bandwidth that someone doesn't have in the middle of feeling overwhelmed. So when you're, can you put hearts in here so I can see that my video isn't freezing up? Can you put hearts in here? Tap the heart for me. Tap the heart for me because it looks like I'm freezing. I can't see anything. Okay, I see a heart. Okay, I'm still here. Thank you, because it keeps saying something about my connection. Okay, so when your schedule is full, your mind is busy, your energy low, even the idea of adding another thing like journaling or meditating or following a routine can feel unrealistic. And when it's unrealistic, it usually gets pushed aside or becomes something you feel guilty about or feel like you won't just do it. That's why I created tools like the self-care planner, the self-care cards. I created these to help guesswork. Help the guesswork, take out the guesswork, and tell you what to do and make it easier to stay consistent. They give structure, they give guidance, simple prompts so you're not just starting from scratch every single time. But what I've also found is that sometimes even having a tool just isn't enough. If you still have to go find it, if you still have to sit down and still make time for it, it just isn't enough. So that's where this new audio series, the Rest Without Guilt audio series, is different. It's designed to meet you in the moment without requiring extra planning or preparation. You don't have to look for it. You don't have to set up a routine or figure out where to start. It's already accessible to you. So support can happen in real time, in the middle of your day, when you actually need it most. Because sometimes the barrier isn't the lack of intention, it's really the lack of accessibility. And this was created to remove that barrier. Remove that barrier. All right. I'm having some issues. So I know that you're there, but I'm not quite sure if you put a question. So I will follow up at the end of this video too. All right. Another thing that I often hear is, well, I can regulate myself. I can regulate myself on my own. Let me just say that many high achieving women believe that they should be able to manage everything internally on their own. And that if they just had better discipline or more awareness, they could regulate their stress and emotions on their own. And while self-regulation is important, it's not the only way for your nervous system to restore balance. It's not. From a holistic mental health perspective, the nervous system is actually designed for both self-regulation and co-regulation. Now, co-regulation is the process of your nervous system being supported by something outside of yourself. Think of getting a hug from someone else. That can be a calming co-regulation feeling of safety method. So whether it's a safe presence or a calming voice or structured guidance or an environment that helps signal safety to your body, this is how we learn how to regulate early in life. And it continues to be something we rely on throughout adulthood. So when someone is constantly on high alert, their system is not just tired, it is actively trying to stay safe. In that state, though, it can be difficult to fully downshift using that willpower alone. This is why support matters. Having guided, accessible tools like audio-based support can help your nervous system shift out of that heightened state and into a more regulated one, where rest and restoration becomes more accessible. So it's not about doing things alone. I know some of you and a few people in my office are so independent, they feel they should be able to do every single thing alone. But we had to co-regulate. My calmness in the office space, in the therapy space, also helps support their calmness in that space. And it's the same when it comes to this audio series. So it's really about understanding that your system is designed to receive support, ladies, and allowing yourself to use it. Allowing yourself to use that support. All right. I've already answered a few questions that people have shared with me outside of this. And if you've realized this could really support you, you can get the Rest Without Guilt audio series right now. Even while I'm on this live, you can get it right now. Let me put it in the chat for you where you can get it. Oops. Put it in the chat using my other account. All right, another common concern that I often get is about time. Many people feel like they don't have the time to engage with something new, especially if their schedule is already full. And trust me, I understand that, because for myself included and many high achieving women, time is often one of the most limited and overextended resources that we have. That's why this experience was intentionally designed to be simple and realistic. Most of the recordings are between 5 to 10 minutes. They're not meant to add pressure or make you do something or require you to carve out large blocks of time in your day. Instead, they're designed to fit into the moments you already have. So whether that's in between meetings or during a transition or when you need a pause in your day. Maybe you're going out for a quick walk. Maybe you're going out to pick up some mail, drop off a package. You could fit this while doing that. Okay. The goal isn't to give you something else to do. That really is not my goal. That really is not my goal. The goal is to give you something that you can meet, that can meet you where you already are. Is to meet you where you already are, what you're already doing within the day that you already have. You know, I get people telling me they want to have more than 24 hours in a day. I get it. Unfortunately, we don't get that. But we can use those 24 hours wisely in some capacity. So because consistency doesn't come from having more time, it comes from having something that's actually usable within that time that you do have. So that's what we're working on. That's what we're working on. And just so you know, having this, Rest Without Guilt audio series, it is not a form of therapy, okay, but it is a way to support you. So it's a supportive tool. All right. Before I move on to the next questions that I've received, one of the things I do want to share is that tomorrow is 420. I know 420 is usually a day for but that's not what it is. 420 is actually A Solution B's anniversary. It'll be 8 years old. So, and April is my birthday month, which I like to celebrate. So me giving this gift is actually a celebration of you, and also you supporting my practice and keeping it afloat and helping behind, right? So thank you so much. Okay, some people may wonder why I include a few personal stories in the Rest Without Guilt audio series throughout this experience for you. The intention behind sharing personal experiences isn't taken away from the content. It is to help bridge understanding. For many high-achieving women, concepts like burnout, rest, and nervous system regulation can sometimes feel abstract. Personal stories help make those ideas more relatable and easier to connect with in real time. So at the same time, I just want to put that it's important to note that while I do share stories, names and identifying details are not included and specific places are not referenced. The focus is not on the individuals in the stories, and there's rarely individuals in the story. It's on the insight, the patterns, and what you as the listener can take away for your own life. The goal is always to center your experience. That's my goal as a therapist, right? To center your experience, your reflection, and your ability to apply that resonates in a way that supports you. So the stories are there to support the learning. It's also there to create connection and to make the content more grounded and relatable while still keeping the focus on you. I have a few stories in there. One is about a cat in a tree. One is about there's a bonus track in there as well. And so that one's about, connecting with others and being supportive of others, but also allowing them to support you. Okay. So some people may wonder what makes this Rest Without Guilt audio series different from other resources they've tried before. And one of the key differences is not just what is being shared, but how it's being delivered. This experience is intentionally designed with pacing that supports your nervous system. And throughout the series, There are pauses, there are moments of reflection, and a calming tone that allows space for what's being heard to actually land with you. Again, from a holistic perspective and research informed perspective, approaches that include guided support, intentional pacing, and a regulated tone can help support the nervous system's ability to shift out of a heightened state and into a more balanced one. This is why the delivery itself matters just as much as the content. My voice, the structure of the recordings, and the flow of each session are all meant to create a sense of calm, grounding, and presence, so that as you listen, you're not just talking or taking in information, you're also being supported in real time. And because sometimes what you need isn't more to process information, it's more about having an environment that helps your system settle enough to actually receive. And that goes all the way back to what I mentioned earlier, co-regulation. Now, I've answered quite a few questions that people have brought up, concerns people have brought up outside of this virtual launch party. And if you are realizing, okay, you've answered all the questions I needed, this could really support me, you can get the Rest Without Guilt series right now. You could get it right now. Again, I'm going to put the link in the comments. Now, if you want to get it and send it to someone else, it might be easier to put a delivery email to it. As soon as you make the purchase, it is delivered to you. It's a download link. It's delivered to you in a zip file. You open that zip file and you'll see all the different audios right there available for you. This is how simple. I try to make it. I thought about every single thing, trying to make it easy, less stress for anybody that either purchase or listen to it. Purchase or listen to it. Okay, some people may look at the price and wonder if this is really worth it. And I think that's a valid question. That's a valid question. What I would say is that the value of this experience isn't just in the content itself. It's in the ability to actually use it in your daily life. When you're constantly navigating burnout or pressure or having difficulty making decisions, having something that is simple, accessible, and supportive in real time can make a meaningful difference in how you show up, how you feel, and how you move through your day. This isn't about adding more to your plate. Again, not about adding more to your plate. It's about giving you something that helps you create more clarity and more space and more at ease in your life without requiring additional complexities. So the question isn't just, is it worth it when you look at the price? The question is also, what is it worth to have consistent support that you can actually integrate into your life? What is it worth to have consistent support that you can actually integrate into your life? I'm just saying. Okay, as you know, I need to hydrate, so I'm taking me a sip. Now, I also want to address the early bird pricing. The original price of this resource, the original price of the Rest Without Guilt audio series is $47. But for those who are joining me early, it's being offered at $27. I want you to hear that again. The original price of the Rest Without Guilt audio series is $47. But for those who are joining early, it's being offered at $27. And this isn't because the value is lower. It's actually because this is a way to make more accessible for those who are ready to take the action now and be among the first to experience it. The early bird pricing is a way to honor early supporters, people in my email list, people in my Facebook communities, people on this live. And I want to create not only momentum for the launch, but invite those who are just feeling aligned to just really step in, get access to it in their entry point, and use it as soon as they can. Use it as soon as they can. After the early bird period, the price will move to a standard rate. So if you're already feeling drawn to this is an opportunity to access it at a lower investment while it's available. And if you're realizing this could really support me, you can grab the Rest Without Guilt audio series right now. You don't have to stay on the live just to get it. But if you want to be here too, I love that. I love that. Okay, another question that may come up is, if I get this, will I only use it once? And that's a common thought, especially when something is new. But this isn't designed to be used at one time or for one-time experiences. Yes, I'm glad it's aligning with you, Aunt Janice. This isn't designed to be a one-time experience. You may get all the audio at one time, but it's not designed to be used all at one time. This is something you can return to over and over again, depending on what you need in the moment. And because the reality is stress, burnout, feeling overwhelmed, it doesn't show up all at once. They show up in cycles. They can show up in patterns. They can show up in different seasons of our lives. And in those moments, having something you can revisit becomes part of how you support yourself consistently. Now, each time you come back to your audio, you may experience them differently. You may notice something new. You may feel something shift in a new way, or connect with a perspective that resonates with you more deeply based on what you're currently navigating. So instead of being a one-time solution, this is meant to be ongoing resource that you can use whenever you need grounding and support. The goal is not just to consume it, okay, but to integrate it over time into your life in a way that actually supports you daily. Now, who is this for? This series is especially helpful for women who feel constantly responsible for others and find it hard to fully switch off. For women who struggle with perfectionism and feel like things are never quite good enough. For women who feel guilty when they slow down, even when they know they need rest. For women who have a mind that's always thinking about the next project, the next task, or the next responsibility. This may also resonate if you're someone who finds yourself checking emails late at night, or even waking up at 3 a.m. with your mind already running through what needs to be done. Or if you've been showing up to networking, business building, leadership spaces and still feel like something's missing in terms of clarity or your energy or what's in alignment with you. It's for the woman who is doing a lot but doesn't always feel supported in the process. And ultimately, it's for the woman who wants to reconnect with a sense of feeling calm and internal balance while still showing up in her life and work at a high level. Again, if this sounds familiar, this series was created with you in mind. You can access it right now on my website, asolutionb.com. All right, and for the women who realize they want deeper support beyond the audio series, I also offer therapy intensives for women leaders and women entrepreneurs. Those are designed for women who want a deeper reset around burnout, around perfectionism, stress, anxiety, trauma. But the audio series is a beautiful place and a very easy place to begin. Any questions? Any questions first? If I can't see the questions, again, I will come back and into the comments and check. The other thing that happens as well is that I'm trying to look at my notes, find my notes. The other thing that happens is that Facebook only keeps the video for 30 days. So you can always come back to it for the next 30 days. I do download them and I do upload them to YouTube. However, I do remove some parts out, so it may not be the entire piece. But just, thank you for being here, and I hope that you get what you need as well. All right. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you know a woman, or if you are that woman who is constantly carrying a lot and rarely gives herself permission to rest, please feel free to share this live with them. And if you're ready to start your reset, you can go right now to my website, asolutionb.com, and get the Rest Without Guilt audio series. Because one thing I remind women often is this, that rest is not something you have to earn. It is something that you need. So thank you for being here. But before we wrap up completely, I also want to share a quick professional clarification. I'm a licensed therapist in the states of Michigan, New Jersey, and Vermont, and I provide therapy services for clients in those states. The Rest Without Guilt audio series is a digital educational resource. Let me start over. Let me take a sip real quick. The Rest Without Guilt audio series is a digital educational resource, which means women can access it from anywhere, any state, any country. So no matter where you live, you're welcome to use an audio series as a supportive resource. It is not a therapy replacement. If you're located in the states of Michigan, New Jersey, or Vermont, you can also learn more about working with me directly through therapy services. And you can find all that information on my website, asolutionb.com. Again, I will add the link to the Rest Without Guilt audio series in the comments. It's available right now. The official launch is tomorrow, so get it before everybody else does. Okay, early bird pricing, $27. The original price is $47. So get it now before everyone else does. Start working on caring for yourself today in a very easy, accessible way. Thank you for joining me, and it's so good to see each and every one of you. Bye-bye.